Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know what the heck happened. I hope everybody can hear me now. Um, I don't know what the heck that was all about. You know what I'm saying? I hope that I am live now. I hope that you can hear me. Let's see if the thing. Hey, can you hear me now, Keita? I don't know if you guys can hear me now. Let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? Okay, good. All right, we are live. My bad, everybody. My bad. Sean Black, Dawn and Mac was having technical difficulties, but this is what it. Okay, good. I was having the technicals. You know, the one thing I'm gonna say before we get into this, the one thing about doing this podcast and stuff, especially when you do it on your own, like myself, is that you could leave. Like right now, my joint was just regular. Like I just went to work. I haven't been on the computer since the last time that you guys, saying you guys were on here, and nothing's changed. And you go to work and you come back and it's crazy. Whereas in when I was using the other the other joint, my MacBook, it was a lot easier to use. I'm gonna tell you, it was a lot easier to use versus a Windows computer. But that's just me. That's just me rambling about. We are gonna be talking about these TV shows. Kita, what episode are you on? Let's do your joint first. What episode are you on right now? On the Outlander. Sing me a song of a lass that was gone. Say, could that lass be I? Let me know what's going on in the Scottish joint. Let me know what's going on in Scotland. Scottish. Let me know what's going on with Claire and Jamie. See, I told Keita that this was gonna be the joint, right? I told her, I said, look, you gotta watch Outlander, you gotta get it in. And now, she ready to go. Okay? Now she ready to go. Was that after the episode where they got married? Okay, so she's wrestling with her husband in the future and this new guy that is her husband, Jamie from Lallybrook. And the dope thing about that, so let's recap real quick. So they went on vacation. It starts off with them in the war, right? They started off in World War II. They're in the war. She leaves the war. Her and her husband go on a trip to Scotland. When they get there, when they get to Scotland, they're in this hotel room or whatever, and then she goes out exploring. She finds these stones that look like Stonehenge, right? She finds these stones. She touches the stones, and she hears this wind buzzing. She touches the stone, and zoop, she passes out. So when she wakes up, she's looking. She's trying to figure out how to get back to her hotel room. So she's trying to figure that out. She's going. She's doing her thing, and somebody starts shooting at her. So she's running. She noticed these dudes wearing these red uniforms, and then these guys from Scotland pick her up, and they're off with her. And she realizes that she's not in 1950 something or whatever it was. She's now in 19. She's now in 17 something. And so it's a lot of things she can't say because she knows that they'll kind of like take her as a witch. She's a witch. That's what they'll tell her. She a look witch. And so she's now married the one of the lairds people from the Scottish people that she went to. So you're around that part. It gets better. That show is historical. They do a lot of historical. I think it's about 1720, 1740, something like that. And that's like the first one. And you'll wait until you really get deep. When you hit the other seasons, there's gonna be things that happen. You're gonna meet a lot of people, and it's gonna be crazy. Like where I'm at right now, I can't even. I don't even want to give it away. I'm in the eighth season of of Outlander, and that joint is dope. McDougal. When your last name is McDougal, you want her. But I can't tell you about that. There's look, in the last two seasons, the 7 and 8, you're gonna meet a lot of people. What up, Des? You're gonna meet a lot of people in season 7 and season 8 that's gonna tie a lot of this stuff together. That you with stuff that you think you know now. Wait until you get that. Well, actually, when you get from 5, 6, 7, and 8 is just gonna be. It's gonna be a roller coaster ride. Um, You got to remember, I was doing, man, listen, I've been doing this joint. This is the eighth year. Because I guess if it comes on every year, I've done 8 years of Outlander so far. And it hasn't been a disappointment. I haven't been disappointed in Outlander. Outlander is probably one of the best cable TV shows, like when you're talking about like prime time or prime watching or whatever it is called, premium channel watching. That's probably one of the best premium channel uh, joints that you can watch. The story is good. You said you trying to get into it. Well, how far have you gotten so far? Let us know. I mean, you have to. It starts off kind of slow because there's like the first two episodes. It's kind of slow. But once you get to the part where she gets to the stones, and then it just heats up from there. Because that's where all of the. Oh, so has she traveled back? Has she traveled yet? Because if she hasn't traveled yet, you're still getting to know her. You're still getting to know her husband. You're still getting to know why they were there. I mean, you see the first part where they were. She's in the war or whatever, and then they're on they're on vacation. I think in the first two episodes, right? Let me look that up because I think the first two episodes they're like on vacation, or it's the war, and then they're like on vacation for a minute. Let's see. Let's see. Season one, right? We want to do season one. Let's see. Okay, Claire and Jane. Let's see, that's season 7. Okay, let's see. Season one, World War II. Okay, she's the combat nurse, and then Claire is taken to meet the laird, but she's about to clan discovered an ordinary medical skill. Let's see. All right, so yeah, so you've been to the joint where she traveled already. That's in the second season. I mean the second season, the second episode. So now what it is, you probably fell asleep. Des probably fell asleep. And when saying you can't fall asleep on a joint like that because you gotta know because you won't know who the characters are. You gotta get in. You gotta get the characters. It's gonna do a lot of like the first episode is gonna be a lot of characters. The second episode, because it's been a while since I've seen this joint. I mean this season, but I think in the second episode, that's when she travels back through the stones, and the people are what I'm saying the redcoats are like banging at her, and can't figure out, and then she sees the dude that looks mighty familiar, and then yeah, so you gotta press on, girl, press on, press on, you gotta press on, you can't stop. You can't stop because it's gonna get really good, especially if you're a drama person like me. I love drama, so I'm watching one right now called The Pursuit of Jade. One of my coworkers say, "Yo, you gotta watch this," and I said, "All right, I'll check it out." So I started to check that joint out, and man, listen, I found out about the show. I want to say on Monday. What's today? Wednesday? Either yeah, I think I found out about the show either Friday or Monday. But I'm already 15 episodes in. 15, 16 episodes in. I got to get past those first four. I gotta get past those first four episodes. Can't stop, won't stop. That's me. Look, I need to finish up some shows. I need to start some shows. I got 15 episodes down. I'm already ahead of the curve because it's only 40 episodes. Because I guess the seasons. I mean it was like one season and that was it. Um, so I guess I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna finish, some episodes that I left off on last night. That episode I left off on last night, and then I'm gonna jump into Cross. So I'm gonna watch Cross tonight. I'm gonna watch like an episode or two of Cross, and then I'm gonna also watch the episode or two of Paradise. I got a long evening. The evening's gonna be long, but I'll be watching that. That'll be my next. Those will be my joints that I'm watching. And also too, I gotta go back to Mom Talk. See, I black needs a color coded daily TV watching calendar so I can keep everything in perspective. I can't jump around. I just gotta have episodes. Boom, boom, boom. have like Chat GPT give me a TV watching schedule. Cause I mean I haven't look. I got so much stuff that I'm watching. It is crazy. I haven't finished shows. Another good joint that I was watching is the guy from the play in the office that plays the CIA person. That joint is good. So you gotta have it. I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about getting myself a color coded calendar or a spreadsheet with dates and times and how many shows I watch on this time and stick to a strict regimen of show watching. Like Black has to be on a strict regimen of show watching. Cause it is wild stuff. When I tell you that I am all the way in, I'm all the way in. There ain't no doubt about it. Shon Black is all the way in, and I watch everything. I'll give everything at least 4 episodes, 4 or 5 episodes. Sometimes if I can see the light at the end, I can say, okay, this one is kind of, but I'm gonna keep going. There's been times where I've watched joints that have been so bad, and I was like, oh my goodness, but I needed to know what happened at the end. Terrible, terrible shows. And then I've had really, really good shows. I mean, all the way through every week we watching, boom, 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 and then at the end, the ending was so bad. You like, I can't even believe that happened. That's what the guy that plays in the pit. I keep telling you, hit Fallen Skies. That show was a space sci-fi type of joint where aliens came and attacked the Earth, and that show was good from week to week. It was good. You know it's good when the fly Puerto Rican sat down and watched it from week to week. But week to week, she was looking forward to Fallen Skies. And then the last episode was terrible. I did not. See, I forgot all about 56 Days. I got to get back on it. I did. I forgot all about it. I mean, this is why I told you I have TV show ADHD. I gotta get back. I gotta get back because that's another good one. 56 Days is the truth. People can't sleep on that 56 Days because that joint is the truth. You gotta have that 56 Days. 56 Days is a crazy joint. And so I'll tell you what. For me, I'm trying to stay locked in. I'm gonna try to stay locked in. But it's hard. It's hard because there's so much good stuff. I mean, I didn't even watch the episode of Outlander that came out on Sunday because it's Sundays. I think at like 9 or 8, and so I didn't even watch those episodes. The episodes just come out. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna watch it. I just watched, the catch up and the following episode, Lord willing, on Sunday when it comes out. I'll watch it then. I'm not watching it. I couldn't watch it because there's so much stuff. Son, there's so much other stuff that has to be watched. I need a sheet. I need a calendar. Maybe you know what I'll do. I will make us a calendar. I will give out a calendar and send it to everybody's DM. This is the calendar that we need to follow. Also, Animal Kingdom. So Animal Kingdom, that's the one with the dudes that be robbing the banks. If it's this, I watched like 3 seasons of that, and then it got corny, and I couldn't watch it no more. If they were talking about the same joint where he goes to live with his cousins or whatever it is, and they got to earn, so they like robbing banks and stuff like that, and whatever they're doing. Yeah, and if that's the same joint, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's the same joint. Yeah, yeah, it was good. That joint was another one that was good all the way up until like the end of the third and beginning of the fourth season or something, and then it got corny. Then it got corny. Yeah, all the brothers and the mom. Yes, those first 3 seasons was crazy. Yeah, the first 3 seasons of that was really, really good. I was watching that Animal Kingdom. You reminded that's a throwback right there. Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is a straight throwback from the past. I was really feeling that. I like the Animal Kingdom, but we definitely gonna get on to that. And Yellowstone. I forgot all about Yellowstone. Yellowstone is probably one of the most interesting. Again, I like the period pieces, right? So when you go back and watch the 1886, once you hit that 1886, then you dive back in. You then you dive into the other joints. You dive back in, and then it's 1926. Then they got 2 seasons of that. Then you watch Yellowstone. Man, that joint is just too crazy. So, brother, oh, you and Rich were watching that together. You need to be watching Outlander together. You need to watch Sassenach together. Tell Rich he needs to get his Scottish right on. He needs a kilt. He needs a kilt and he needs to talk like this. Sing me a song of a lass that was gone. Say, could that lass be I? That's what she needs. He needs that. I mean, I like the Animal Kingdom. Like I said, I watched all the way up until like the end of the third season, and then after that, it was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. It was getting kind of crazy. It was crazy. That's right. That's right. He needs a kill. Matter of fact, we need to see if we can get him a kill. You know what? I know a guy. I know a guy, Rich. I know a guy. I'm gonna reach out to him. My man Harry Khan. I listen. He's a Scottish dude, but he's Middle Eastern. So his family migrated over to Scotland, and his accent is crazy, bro. He'd be like, "I tell you right now, Shon." I know a guy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna see what it costs to get an authentic joint. See, I'm gonna put you in. I'm gonna put you in the mix. Get you a kilt, bruv. What's on Netflix, Des? Matter of fact, I need to message him. Is he on? He's on my Instagram and on my TikTok. I'm gonna message him on the gram. Yeah, I'm gonna message Son on the gram and have him and see what he says. See what he says about the whole kilt thing. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. He's taking it to the Highland Games. Yo, when he gets ready to do that, I need to be in tow. I need to be in tow. You know why? Because Shon needs to have a kilt as well. Shon Black needs to have the kilt, but I don't know if it could be purple. Maybe black or green or something like that. Because I'm gonna look like I'm from the Clan McLeod. That's right. I'm in tow. I'm in tow. I'm said I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm in there like swimwear. Word is born. Word to mother, son. I'm all the way in it. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely I'm gonna check that out for real. I'm checking. I'm gonna hit son up on the gram and be like, yo, I need the authentic joints. Like son, I seen the pictures of him and like his wedding. Son, it's all of the people had the joints on. It's wild stuff. Wild stuff. Son, and when I go, I'm going commando underneath. I know it's too much for the pod, but Shon Black had to say it. Right, right. That's right. That's right. Commando Black. Call him Sean Mando. Ah, boy, that's too funny. That's too funny, man. Yeah, so we're gonna be watching that. So get back into that. Is there anything else that you guys want me to watch? Let the kid know. When in Scotland, do as the Scots do. In it, bruv. In Scotland, you gotta do as the Scottish do. Hey, mate, I gotta do as the Scots do, man. I gotta do as my man Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod would do. Duncan. I gotta do it like Jamie. You know what I mean? Word is born. Yeah, son, that's all really I had today. The pod is short because Sean Black is I really didn't have I mean, oh, let me tell you about this joint real quick. Pursuit of Jade. 15 episodes, like I said, I was already in it. Son, it's the Kung Fu joint, but it's also the drama. So, I grew up on the Kung Fu flicks. I grew up on that. And, you know what I mean? Kid with the golden arm. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on the Five Deadly Venoms. Number five, the Toad. I grew up on that. Shaolin monks. So anytime I see Kung Fu, I need to watch it. What? Anytime they're what? I need to watch it. And so this one has a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? The chick in there, she nice with the Kung Fu. She meets a guy that's a part of that, but it's a love story. And I'm really not, I don't mind the love. I know some people don't like the love stories, but I don't mind them. That's why The Magnificent Century will always be the greatest drama of all time. It's subtitled. I think it's on Netflix. Or they might have taken it off. But it's on YouTube. You can watch that on YouTube. It's subbed. And let me tell you, each episode is like an hour and a half. Bro, it's like a movie. But it is the best drama of all time, bro. Like, listen, my man King Solomon, the great Solomon, or whatever his name is, it's about him and this chick, and it's like the chick is historical. Her name is Haram or something like that, and they capture the Ottomans at the time during the 15th century. Go and capture Istanbul and all these different places, right? And one of the places they captured, they would capture the chicks, and the ones that look like something, they would bring them to the harem. So it's all about what happens in the harem and all the stuff that happens in there, right? But this chick finds a way to rise up to the top and catch his attention, and then winds up being one of the only people who women that actually married a sultan. And she was ruthless with it. And they had all the things that they could do, and they couldn't do. And plus, it's Islam, so there was a lot of stuff that they couldn't. That joint was crazy. And there's one guy that was in there. His name was Ibrahim. Son, I wanted him dead. I wanted him unalived. He used to have me. He used to have Sean Black frustrated. I was frustrated. But yeah, Magnificent Century. That was a great drama. And then the one I'm watching now is the Chinese joint. Uh, that's on Netflix. Magnificent Century used to be on Netflix. I don't know what happened to it. Outlander's on Netflix. Animal Kingdom, you said, is on Netflix. Paradise is on Prime. And there's another one with the guy who he He plays. Dang, it's like a Tom Clancy joint. But his joint is coming out with a new season, and you got Alex Cross. Oh, that's a lot of TV watching, man. Just in those joints, and that's not including you got in I think in June you got House of the Dragon. The third season is going to drop. That's going to be crazy. Now there was, and this is another one. Let me go back to let me do this because there was a joint on Showtime. Um, there was a joint on Showtime that was so crazy. I couldn't wait. I could not wait. Showtime, a old school joint that was just. Was it Showtime or was it Stars? Ray Donovan was hard. Homeland was hard. Billions is hard. The Shy was great. Dexter was great. The Tudors was great. Penny Dreadful was weird, but it was all right. Weeds was okay. Maybe it wasn't Showtime. I think it was. No, it was Cinemax. It was Cinemax. It was Cinemax. Um, Strike Back. Yo, you stupid. Yo, listen, all the dudes that watch, there was a joint about these guys that were like operators, military operators, man, on Cinemax. Son, the joint Strike Back was one of the best joints popping. You hear me? Strike Back was from 2010 to 2020. The newer series was kind of I didn't even really watch the newer ones, but the old ones like from season 1, oh my goodness. And actually the one of the guys from Strike Back wound up being in one of the main leads in 300. Strike Back was that joint. When you talking about military shows, Strike Back was it. Banshee was good. That was about the Amish and all the stuff they had going on out there. But yeah, check that out. Strike Back, one of the best military joints. It is just great. Showtime had some great stuff too, but and I've read you some of those. Homeland, I'm still trying to get people to watch that. But Mormon Wives is on my Netflix lineup and it's giving me these weird. Ha! I couldn't mess up my timeline. And I didn't do it on yours. I did it on like the open one. I couldn't mess up the timeline. Sean Black has an algorithm. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. I didn't. I used the other one. I used the one that was open. And I had to use the open one because I was like, I don't know what this is gonna do to my algorithm. It wasn't intentional. No, I didn't use yours. I promise I didn't. I did not. I used the one that was open. I think it's called the Feds or something like that. I used that one. I didn't use the other one. All right, ladies and gents. We know what we're watching. Timeline. We need you guys got 2 days because Black will be back on Fridays to continue the conversation about all of that. We talking about TV shows. What are you real quick, George? What are you watching? We are watching. I giving people shows to watch. We're talking about the shows that we love, the shows we're gonna watch. What are you watching right now? Um, Sean Black is watching. You know, he said Sean Black messing up people's timeline. That's not true. That's not true. It's not true. I did not mess up your timeline. I did not. I did not use your account. It is not true. Um, we talking about what we watching. So we're watching the Cross, Alex Cross. Um, we're watching what else? Outlander. We're watching. I'm watching Pursuit of Jade, but that's just something personal for me. If you guys want to watch it, it'll be good. Oh, I forgot about that. So, no, listen. Full disclosure. I've been meaning to watch Daredevil for years. I've only watched one episode of Daredevil, one. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back, and I just didn't come back. Invincible, incredible show. Fallout, incredible show, and I forgot that the new season was out. See, this is why Sean Black needs a calendar color coded with all of the shows that he needs to watch. This is the reason, because I forgot all about that stuff. Oh, though you don't want to do that. I'm telling you. If you mess up my timeline on purpose, I will sit down and on your timeline and watch Christmas movies. I will just turn them on and let them play. What up? Um, yeah. So I forgot about that. I forgot all about that joint. Said my man, my algorithm goes from cross to wicked on my prime. My wife kids mess up my stuff. Yo, you know what, son? And I didn't even mess up her joint. That's the crazy part. I didn't even, son. I didn't even mess up her joint. I found so we have five different joints, right? Four, and then there's like a possible. Same thing with Netflix, because my sister had it for a minute, and so her joint is open, so you can just go in there and just watch whatever you want. When you want to watch something, but you don't want it to mess up your timeline, that's what you do. She like, oh, you messed up my timeline. I did not. I'm saying I don't let the son. The timeline. See, look, the timeline is like going into somebody's bank account and spending up all their money. If you mess with somebody's timeline, it could be trouble, trouble, trouble. I remember when my brother in law was over there watching TV, was like watching Happy Christmas shows and baking Christmas cookies on my daggone timeline. I was upset. Yo, son, you gotta watch The Pursuit of Jade. I've been watching. I told him I just watched 15 episodes in like 2 days. Pursuit of Jade. It's a drama, but it's banging. Then you got the K dramas, right? The Korean joints. Son, Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, top notch. Top notch. Said exactly. Put my Chinese. That's right. Bruce Leroy. I need that. I need that. I need that. Chris, if you still in the stream, you gotta watch. You gotta watch some of these K dramas, but you gotta get into Outlander. You gotta get into Cross. You gotta do what is the other ones we said we're watching? 56 Days. That's another one. 56 Days. And then for your ratchet shows, you gotta watch Mormon Wives on Hulu. All right, I'm out of here, guys. We will continue this on Friday. Friday, we're going to do a longer joint because I'm going to have some episodes. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about Outlander, but it's not enough of you guys that were watching that. So I wanted to check that, let y'all check that out. And then, yeah, just bring some more of your shows. If you have anything you want me to watch, let me know. I'm already watching what George is watching. Let me know what else you want me to watch. I will watch you and give you my true opinion because I will get 4 episodes deep. Every TV show needs to have the 4 episode challenges. And that's how we rolling. All right, guys. Like we always do, like we always say, take care of yourself and others. George, what's up? Chris, what's up? Dez, Keita, Fly Puerto Rican, holla at me. And we'll be back Friday, 7:30. Oh yeah, get into Outlander. It's a drama, so you're gonna have to do a lot of episodes, but it's a historical thing, so make sure you get into that. All right, peace. I love